Every time I listen to Andrew Huberman, I leave feeling inspired, ready to optimize every part of my day. But as much as I love his podcasts, I don't always follow through. So for the next 24 hours, I'll be following his daily routine. Let's see what it's like to live like Huberman. Good morning to everyone except that alarm. It's time for some sunlight, baby. Huberman says getting natural light in your eyes early in the day is the best thing you can do for your sleep, wakefulness, mood, energy, and metabolism. Next up, my morning. If you were thinking coffee, you'd be wrong. Andrew Huberman delays caffeine intake for 90 minutes after waking, and instead he likes to drink water and some electrolytes. This is what I like to call my fun drink. And not only does it have health benefits, but it also tastes amazing. If I don't drink enough, I feel like dehydrated SpongeBob. You might be wondering, okay, he goes on a walk, he stands outside, gets sunlight in his eyes, drinks some electrolytes and water, he stays hydrated. What does he do next? 90 minutes of focused work. For him, that might be reading a full research article, writing a grant, planning a podcast. For me, that looks like YouTube script writing and content planning, with the goal of getting into a tunnel, that state where your brain locks in and time kind of disappears. It's now caffeine time, so for everybody that drinks it, this is the time that Andrew will drink his caffeine, right before he heads to the gym. I don't really drink caffeine, so I'm just gonna have more water. Made it to the gym. We're doing a push day today because Andrew Huberman does push days. He also doesn't get distracted by using his phone during his workout, so I'm just gonna film on my phone, and I printed out my workout so that I won't be distracted. Let's go inside and get started.
Endurance work and strength training is immensely beneficial. So on any given day, I finish that work block and I train. I do some sort of resistance or endurance training. I put those on alternate days, or different days rather.
Workout is done, which means it's cold shower time. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. I need to stop telling myself it's gonna hurt or else it will. It's all about your attitude, right? Going into it, like I gotta be like, I'm gonna be so fine, and then get in, and then it be so fine. Versus me being like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so bad, and then it's gonna be so bad if I act like it is. 3, 2, 1. If you can get your breath good, you'll be fine. Okay, this isn't as bad as you think it is. It honestly isn't. You just... Timer is done. Body is numb. The feeling after a cold shower is done is actually incredible. It's probably been 10 minutes since I took that shower and I still feel incredible. I'll let the man himself explain why that is.
The biggest effect is a big increase, 2.5x increase in dopamine that lasts for several hours. You feel mentally clear, you feel alert, it increases metabolism for the reason we discussed before. And then there's the process of getting into this cold water when you didn't want to. So you build resilience.
Now it's time to whip up some lunch because Andrew Huberman intermittent fasts, which means this is the first meal of the day. My family severely overcooks basically every kind of meat. That's my default setting. My body is like really excited about this. It feels weird to be eating without watching something. It's an interesting experience to just sit here and count the number of times I chew on my food. I'm not really doing that. Huberman likes to keep his lunch lower in carbohydrates because it helps maintain higher levels of adrenaline and dopamine, which support alertness and focus throughout the rest of the afternoon. He follows that up with about half an hour to an hour of work. I'm starting to get a little drowsy. And what Andrew Huberman recommends if you're feeling a little drowsy in the afternoon is to do some Yoga Nidra. First off, let me define that for you. Yoga Nidra is a form of guided meditation that leads practitioners into a state of deep relaxation and conscious awareness. This pillow on the ground is actually the perfect setup for a little Yoga Nidra action. Anything that I'm using in here that I can link in the description, I will, so that you guys can try it out if you'd like.
Welcome to this 20-minute non-sleep deep rest protocol. Non-sleep deep rest is a powerful tool that can allow you to control the relaxation state of your nervous system and your overall state of mind. It can restore mental and physical vigor, and it can be done any time of day or night. As you have now experienced, you are in control of your perceptions.
I think that's one of the most successful meditation sessions I had. It was quite long, but it did allow me to just shut down, but then be able to wake back up and have my mind ready to go. Andrew likes to have a snack after his yoga nidra nap. Something high protein, so a protein shake works great. This is gonna carry us through our next work session. Between the hours of 2 and 3 o'clock, Andrew likes to try and get something productive done. And for that, we're gonna go to the library. So let me finish this up and then let's go hit the books or the computer, I guess. We're gonna walk there because I feel like Andrew Huberman would walk because he's very healthy. And the sunlight exposure. All I gotta say is God bless Andrew Huberman for eating pasta for dinner. If you've never made homemade pasta before, it's actually one of the easiest things to make ever. So you're gonna take 1 cup of flour, then you're gonna do 2 eggs, and you're just gonna form a well. And then you're gonna whisk them in the middle here, and then you're just gonna start to incorporate the flour. Just mix it in here. Make sure your countertop is nice and clean before you start doing this. I normally use all-purpose flour for this recipe, but I'm using a gluten-free flour because that's what I have. And I've never done it with a gluten-free flour, but I'm expecting that it'll be just fine. Once you've formed it into a ball like this, you're gonna cover it in plastic wrap and let it sit for like a half an hour. I am starving, so I'm not gonna do that. I'll probably let it sit for like 10 minutes maybe, and then we'll go on to the next step. Once your dough's ready, flour it up and roll it as thin as you can get it. Then you're just gonna cut thin slices. Just remember they're gonna blow up when you put them in the water, so keep them smaller than you think. Next, you're gonna add some salt to that boiling pot of water. Then you'll just start putting your noodles in. You basically just let those boil until they're like floating on the top and you can tell they're kind of tender and done. I'm gonna go ahead and whip up a sauce for this. We've got a tomato, mushrooms, bell pepper, onion, and garlic. So I guess the science is pretty clear that one of the best ways to increase serotonin, which helps in the transition to sleep, is by eating starchy carbohydrates in the evening. So yes, I'm claiming this homemade pasta as scientifically approved. I really like just coming up with my own stuff. Like, I'm not looking at a recipe for this other than to make the pasta. This, I'm just like, I know this will taste good together, so I'm just kind of throwing everything in there. Once you've tried out enough things and made enough recipes, you'll be able to just like wing stuff super easily. I can't wait for dessert though, because it's gonna be so good and I'm really excited to show you that recipe. Excuse me. Do you think Andrew Huberman would mind that I'm snacking on some sweet potatoes? These are starches though, so I'm like, this is just fine. I need something to tide me over until this is done. He said keep it minimal meat-wise. Protein focus was supposed to be earlier in the day. Just enough, and the rest I'll eat with my breakfast in the morning. This looks amazing. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's corner time, baby. I'm actually so excited because it's at this time that Andrew Huberman lets himself relax. This is when he watches a movie, hangs out, listens to music, chills, just takes some time to have a little bit of fun. So I'm probably gonna watch YouTube. I'll probably set my computer up right here, watch YouTube while I eat, and enjoy myself. First, I gotta say prayer on my food though. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. After catching up on some of my favorite YouTubers' videos, it was time to make some dessert. Andrew Huberman is self-proclaimed to not have a sweet tooth, but he does enjoy fruit, so tonight I sauteed some apples and a little bit of coconut oil, added bananas, honey, cinnamon, nutmeg, and a pinch of salt. Pure goodness. Just a tiny bit of Greek yogurt. I think Andrew Huberman would approve of this. Around 8 p.m., Andrew Huberman likes to turn down all the lights and start getting ready for bed and turn off screens and everything. So I'm gonna put my phone in a lockbox because I need some help. I just checked on my alarm and it's all ready to go for 6 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm gonna put my phone in this lockbox, put the key in the drawer right here so it's one more layer of protection. I don't feel like I have that big of an issue. I just don't think I want it in my room, and I do need a little extra help lately. We've reached the end of our Andrew Huberman day. What I'm gonna do for the rest of the night is I'm gonna journal and then I'm gonna read on my Kindle until I fall asleep, basically. Retainers are in, so I'm not gonna grind my teeth to a stub, or a ring on so it can track my cycle and my sleep. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to fully debrief you guys on my thoughts and opinions about this daily routine. See you in the morning. I'll definitely be adding some of Andrew Huberman's daily habits and protocols into my daily life. If you take anything from this video, I want it to be this. We each have an opportunity every single day to become a little bit better. If you watch this video and you're like, oh, I'm overwhelmed, like I can't do all of this all at once, that's okay. All you have to do is incorporate something small every single day and build upon it. And day by day, you're gonna become a better version of yourself. That is what this life is all about. It's this process of becoming our best selves. That's what this channel is gonna be moving forward, all about things that are gonna help us to become our best. If you're interested in self-improvement and personal development content, you should stick around, subscribe if you're new, and if you've been following me for a long time, especially after this break that I've taken from YouTube for the last 2 years, thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience. I am coming back to you at a time when I feel ready to share content that is uplifting and helpful and motivational, and I'm so excited about the direction of this channel. I hope you'll stick around. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.